First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith in truth and sincerity and wholeheartedly. And shalom unto the Akwah, which is the women believers. Shalom unto you. And it says, so then, after the Lord have spoken unto them, talk about the disciples, he was received up into heaven and sat on the right hand of the Most High. So I started off with this scripture because, you got a few scriptures in the Bible that said that it's no power but me and no one besides me. So what do that really mean? And what do it really mean for Yahweh Shai to be on the right side of the Father? Actually, if you go into the Greek, it explains it. So that's what we're going to do. And the word is dexios. And it said the right hand, metaphorically, a place of honor and authority. So we're going into his rank and glory. So it's a greater meaning than just to be on the right side of the Father. So what is Yahweh Shai doing? Is he just sitting on the right, like he got a chair right next to the Lord while he's sitting on his throne and he never moves. He's just on the right hand of the Father. What do that mean? And then in the Hebrew, when you go into the word hand, it goes into strength and power. So he's also the strength and power of Yahweh. But that's what it means, talk about his rank and glory, what it means to be on the right hand side of the Father. He the only one that got that seat. He the only one that's able, to be around the Father like that, and have that type of praise and honor and glory. And so from here, now, this is what inspired the video when I was reading earlier today, Isaiah 45. So it said, I am Yahweh, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. I girded you, though you has not known me. So what do that mean? We just read about it. What it means that there's no power besides me. But I'm going to get into it deeper. Because at one point in time, Hebrew Israelites used to try to come up false. I'm talking about the false prophets. Hebrew Israelites used to try to come up and be like, see, there ain't no such thing as the Son. They basically Old Testament Israelites. And they saying they read this scripture with no understanding. That's why you have to go into the Hebrew and the Greek, their original languages. But this scripture ain't talking about actually somebody being beside him. All right. In verse 6, and it said that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am Yahweh, and there is none else. Because, all right, so let's go back to Genesis, right? So when you go into the word God, it goes into the word Elohim, which is the angels in Yahweh Shai. They're the one that created everything that you see. When you go to chapter 2 and verse 4, that's when the Lord's name is first mentioned. He gets all the credit because he the one that gave Yahweh Shai and the angels the blueprint. So when we go into this word besides me, and it's bala'idya, and it say apart from. So there is no power apart from, except there is no power except me. There is no power without me. There's no power besides me. All right. And when you go into the word besides, it's apart from or outside of. So you got to understand that when the Lord's saying that there's no power but me is very, very true, because the Lord and our Father and the Son are one, not the same person, not the same spirit, but they agree. Matter of fact, let me get the scripture that'll give you more understanding. Oops. There we go. 10:30. My bad. I and my Father are one. All right. I want to see what it say for one. I actually never looked this up. It's probably gonna say like the letter, like the number one. I mean, yep, I knew it. One. Let me see. Primary, renewable one, abundantly man, no one, blah blah blah. So yeah. So I and my Father are one. All right. Let's go into that. Let's continue to keep building on this. There is none beside me, and give understanding of that. Because even when you go into Psalms, I think it's 138:7, it said that the Lord saveth by his right hand. Right? So if the Lord saveth by his right hand, what do that mean? So he sent his son to save, but at the same time, he still gets the credit because the Lord cannot do nothing. Matter of fact, let me get it. Let's continue to expound on this point. I'm going to start from 18 though. So it says, John 5:18, therefore the Jews sought the more to kill him because he had not only broken the Sabbath. Remember, he healed a man on the Sabbath day. And then you got these wicked Levi, you know, this was the time where the Levites was the lawgiver, you know. So basically Levites, they was basically like, you being wicked, you ain't supposed to do no work on the Sabbath. And then Yahushua base was telling them, so wait, you can't do good on the Sabbath, you know. So that's what he did. He healed a man on the Sabbath, and then he went into examples, you know, but just to stick to the point. So it said, therefore the Jews sought more to kill him because he had not only broken the Sabbath, but said also that the Most High was his father, making himself equal with the Most High. You know, which I don't understand. You see, this is how you know that our people is rebellious and contentious. Our people just try to find anything, you know, to go against the grain, because saying that the Lord is my father is not making yourself equal. But, you know, that's how our people is. But here's the point. Then answered Yahushua and said unto them, very verily I say unto you, the Son can do nothing of himself. So right there, when it said that there is no power besides me, there is no power but me, the Son do whatever the Father tell him to do. So who power is it really? And it said, but what he seeth the Father do. So the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do. For what things soever he doeth, these also doeth the Son likewise. So the way that our Father is going to save the day is by sending his only begotten Son. Let's continue to read. For the Father loveth the Son and showeth him all things, going into his rank and glory. All right. And that himself doeth, and he will show him greater works than these, that you may marvel. For as the Father raised up the dead and quickened them, gave them the 100% truth. Proverbs 18:21, he that wandereth out the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So that's how you are made quickened, through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures. Even so the Son quicketh whom he will, because the Lord put power in his hands. Let's continue. For the Father judgeth no man, but have committed all judgment unto the Son, that all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son, he that honoreth not the Son, not the Father which he hath sent him. Dang, they need to write that right. Let me see if I read it wrong. That all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son, honoreth not the Father which have sent him. That was me. All right. So, you know, this is what it means that there is no power beside him. Because if you are a new person reading the scriptures, and you come across that scripture in Isaiah, matter of fact, let's go back to it. So it says, I am Yahweh, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. I gird you, though you has not known me. Right? So you read this, you be like, see? But we all know that the Lord ascended up into heaven and landed on the right side of the Lord, right? Which going into his rank and glory, not literally on his right side. But that's why you got to go into the original languages. But you would read this if you're a new person, be like, see, there ain't no such thing as Jesus. Jesus was an imposter. There is no power but God. And then people will try to justify, like, see, the Son of Man never walked the earth, you know? The spirit been on me lately just to, get into, the milk. Even though the milk to us is deep to other people. So, but it's always good to get into the milk instead of like, trying to be deep all the time, because you never know who's watching. Even though when we make videos, we're preaching to the choir, because pretty sure the people who watch the videos is going to be the same people that watch your videos, and they 9 times out of 10 got the truth already. So but you never know who's watching, so you got to go into type of lessons like this. So hopefully it's edifying. But yeah, so I am Yahweh, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. I gird you, though you has not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun, which is the east, and from the west, which we are at. We in the Western Hemisphere, aka North and South America and Canada. That there is none besides me. I am Yahweh, and there is none else. See, there is none else. But we all know that Yahushua is somebody. All right, but he comes in instead of his father. He's the representative of the Father on the earth when he walked the earth, and then when he come back. Shit, matter of fact, and this another thing that goes into the power of our Father, when it means there's no other power beside me, because they are one, right? That means they are in agreement. We just read how Yahushua cannot do nothing but what he see the Father do, right? So I think it's 24 and 34. I'm gonna say 35. Oh, it's 36. So this is the point that I wanted. This another thing too. So this is how this signifies when it means that it's no power but me. So even when it comes to the day of judgment, the Son don't even know. So it says, but of that day, talk about Yahushua returning and delivering his elect. But of that day and hour no man knoweth, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So even Yahushua don't know when the day is gonna come, but when he get the order to come, he gonna come. And what do that mean? That the Father is the ultimate power. But how is he going to save, though? All right, that's the question, and that's why I'm explaining it. And let's get another one. I'm gonna end it off on here. So it says, "Believest you not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works." So that's why when it says that there is no other power besides me, there is none else, the Father dwelt in the Son. The Son only can do what the Father. So it's basically like, how the scripture said that in Proverbs 20 and 24, that a man's goings of the Lord, right? So even when it comes to the Son, so no matter what, the Lord is the one. He's the ultimate orchestrator. Yahushua, he gets his orders from our Father, and we get our orders from Yahushua. That's how it goes. The head of the Son is the Father. The head of the church. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. I haven't read that in a while. I'm butchering it. I think it's 1 Corinthians 11. So this is the order of the things. 11 and 3. So it said, but I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach. See? And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High. So who is the ultimate power? Our Father. But as we read in John 5 and 22, it said that the Father judgeth no man, but have committed all judgment to his Son. So how is the Lord going to save? Through his Son. So let's end it. Read 10 and 11. Believest you not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. You know? So Yahweh Shai, he's going to come back. He's going to save his elect. I hope to be a part of that. You know, but that's what I just wanted to get on. I just wanted to touch on what do that scripture really mean. Isaiah 45 and 46. 45 and 6. So hopefully this video is edifying, and shalom.